Dejounte Murray made his first visit to San Antonio as a visitor on the opposing team, as his new team, the Atlanta Hawks, took on his old team, the San Antonio Spurs. You saw Murray before the game hugging it out with Coach Greg Popovich. In the game, it was all business for Murray. That deuce puts Atlanta up by one. Other end, it's Murray's former teammate, Keldon Johnson, showing the improvements to his game. More on him in a second. Other end, though, Atlanta gets it going. Bogdanovich just got that new deal, showing you why. He knocks in the three. Trae Young been paid, and that's why he knocks in the three. Atlanta's up by 6. Other end, Devin Vassell putting in work for San Antonio. Murray showing the Spurs what they're missing. A beautiful dime to Okongwu, who finishes. And then Murray going under the screen from Capella and putting it in. More screens for Capella, leading for openness for Murray. Dejounte had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists in his return. His Atlanta Hawks squad will go up by 24 points as Young finds Capella. But it's the NBA. Everybody makes a run, even when you're tanking for Victor Wembanyama. How about Vassell? He had 29 points. So did Keldon Johnson. 29, 12, and 5. The Spurs come back. It's Murray. Like, I'm not losing this game to my former team. I'm not losing this game to my former team. Maybe Murray might lose this game to his former team. A trifecta is good by Blake Wesley. Spurs are now up by 8. Zach Collins puts the finishing touches on maybe the Spurs' biggest win of the season, coming back from being down 24 to beat Atlanta 126-118. Former San Antonio Spurs All-Star Dejounte Murray, after this game, admitted that he wasn't surprised that his former team was able to beat up on his new team. A big-time comeback win for San Antonio, who are absolutely playing to win none of these games, but they've been playing a lot better as of late. I will say this. If you're San Antonio and if you're Atlanta, this is why it's tough being an NBA executive, an NBA owner. Which situation would you rather be? The Atlanta Hawks went out and acquired Dejounte from San Antonio. Pretty much eliminated the Spurs from any type of play in contention by losing Dejounte. Okay. The Hawks go all in. They're paying a good amount of guys. They just gave Bogdanovich a big-time contract extension. They pay Capella. They got guys like Okongwu coming down the pipeline quickly. They've already paid Trae Young. They've already paid John Collins. They've already paid DeAndre Hunter, and they're not a good team. What would you rather be in the NBA? I believe the Atlanta Hawks are closing in on NBA's no man's land. You're not bad enough to be atop the lottery. You're not good enough to be anywhere near playoff contention. That's where the Atlanta Hawks currently are at. The San Antonio Spurs have worked this season to perfection. They were awful for about 2 months straight. They probably didn't win 3 games. They were awful. And you want to know what they're doing now? Greg Popovich got these guys playing hard. You want to know what this is? This is the cover-up job. Obviously, we're in the midst of March Madness. Everybody's watching some of these top-tier prospects put in their last cases to be top 3, top 5 picks to make it into the NBA. All eyes are on the bad teams of the NBA as the draft lottery nears. You want to know what the Spurs are doing? They're saying, hey, look at us. Forget about what we did in January and February where we pretty much didn't win any games. Look, we're showing promise. The Spurs can pretty much win as much as they want to from here on out to the season and still be right there in the thick of things where they will want to be for the draft lottery. It's perfect by Greg Popovich. Once you trade your all-star and go full in tank mode, this is exactly how you wanted to play out. You lose a bunch of games early to literally set yourself up to be one of the worst 3 NBA teams for the season. Gives you a top 3 chance to get Victor Wembanyama, a player that we believe is a franchise alterer. And now late, you try to clean up some of the mess that you made early in the season and say, hey, we're not as bad. If we bring you in, we'll be a lot better. That's what the Spurs are doing, and it led them to a huge win over their former All-Star and his new team.